Hey, and welcome to the penultimate level of Heretic's third episode. This is the Chasm, and no, it's not the same chasm as in Doom 2. We open this door here and there's a bunch of golems. We had to rush through that opening room because it was a nasty trap. We didn't really have anything we could do to fight back in that room, plus I don't want to use my crossbow ammo too early. If we grab the bag of holding there, you can see it drops down the wall behind it. There's a bunch of enemies dotted around here. We just got to be careful because these nitro golems will hit us with their annoying face fireballs. If you look there, you can see there's a whole bunch of things going on out there. There's iron liches, there's disciples, there's some enemies in the water. It's a total chaos and I don't want any part of it. We're going to head down here. We don't have to deal with all those enemies that I was just talking about right now, but we do have to deal with these gargoyles. I'll use the wand here because this is the easiest way to get rid of them without using up the good ammo. I'm not doing too well on the health department here either. If you come up here, you can see that there is actually a secret door. And there's also a bunch of weird dragons behind it, which is exactly what you don't want to see when you've not got much health. We can grab the Tome of Power there. If we hit the switch here, it allows us to move through these sections. This will actually give us more weapons and some good power-ups, so I'm not going to complain about this. You can hear the enemies there. They're all awake and they're all waiting to savage me, so let's not delay, let's get right into that. I'm going to use the tonic there to give myself some health. You can see that there's some warriors on the other side of this door. This one here has got distracted, which is good because it means they're not shooting at me. There's a few items behind these barrels. It's definitely worth coming over here to grab them. The shield will be very useful, at least until we can get a better shield. Hit the switch there. There's more warriors behind here. There's also a secret area to the right hand side at the back of this one. If you look here, you can see there's a bag of holding and there's some decent ammo in there. We run down here. Wait, I've not got the yellow key. I need to grab the yellow key quickly. We're going to enter the central area of this level, and let's be honest, this is going to be a bit of a trek because unfortunately there's a whole bunch of enemies here who are just not happy to see me. I'm going to try using the wand here, but as you can see, oh, okay, this is going to get nasty very quickly. That was not a good idea on my part. We just want to get rid of these guys because if we leave them walking around, they will just walk up behind me. And as you'll see in a bit, this level has some nasty encounters that we've yet to tackle. Take care of you. The iron liches are up top there in the center. They're actually behind the blue door. You can kill them early. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're planning to stand directly in front of them often. They are just kind of more of a nuisance at this point. And I really don't want to be blowing through my ammo because, let's be fair, I'm going to need it in a minute. We'll get rid of the disciples there at least. Grab all the goodies I can. When you head up these steps, there's an ambush here waiting for you as you walk into this room. Again, you can see there's enemies up top and we're being tackled by these guys. Again, these guys are only a problem if you let them get too close to you, and they can overwhelm you in big numbers. But it's worth getting rid of them because, as I keep saying, in a moment we're going to have another nasty encounter in this level. I'll take you out with the Dragon Claw. It's important we get rid of these enemies because this room is going to become kind of important in about 30 seconds time, and I really don't want to be losing health where I don't need to. Wrong weapon there. Don't judge me for a misfire. We'll grab the items at the side there, hit the switch and head back down here. When we head up here, you're going to see, yes, that's right, there's another Molitor on this level. The worst thing about this Molitor is that he can hit you in that room pretty easily, and not just that, if he gets out of this back room here, he will chase us all throughout this level. He will not give up until we are dead. We can run around him, but he is that powerful and he is that annoying to deal with. It is worth just getting rid of him as quickly as possible. That is the reason why I didn't use the Tome of Power much earlier in the level, because I was saving it for this encounter. You can see as well, he is throwing out his fire trail. We got rid of him there pretty swiftly, which is good for me. If you don't bring the Toe of Power there, that encounter is going to be pretty nasty, unless you're bringing weapons in from other levels. Of course, in Heretic, a health item definitely leads to an ambush. We've got our hands on the health staff here, which I'm not going to complain about. Go through the teleporter here, hit the switch, and again it drops a gargoyle into our view there. If we come up here, we can actually head to these little corners here and grab all these goodies. There's some ammo here, there's some health here. It's all going to be important as we move through the level, so definitely worth grabbing it here. This is a big level. There's a lot of secrets, and one of the secrets is here. There's weird dragons behind this wall here. If you haven't killed the Molitor by this point, it will try to pin you up here. Definitely don't recommend trying to enter that area without the death of the Molitor happening. Behind the green door here, we head into this sort of chasm, and I have to say, this is probably where this level starts falling off pretty fast for me. I think one of the big problems with this part of a level is that it's kind of boring and bland to explore this area here. There are secrets buried around here, and I am going to see if I can find them without the map scroll, although we will be getting that pretty soon, I think. As we head into the watery bit here, you can see that there are enemies looking to ambush me. As we make our way around here, you can see that we're going to get ambushed sometimes by the enemies in the different parts of the chasm here. It's just important that you're careful when you're heading around all these corners. You don't accidentally wander into an ambush and get a lot of health taken off you. See there, for example, these enemies are silent when they're walking around, so it makes tracking them a lot more difficult. There's a weird dragon there and a gargoyle. I think there's a secret around here as well. I'm pretty sure there is. As we head up here, we're heading towards the blue. Actually, you know what? We're going to go back and pick up some items. I just want to make sure we've got health, and I want to make sure we're fully armed for this part, because this part is pretty frustrating if you allow it to be frustrating. I am smashing my face against the walls here. This is how we used to find secrets back in the day. You just kind of had to mash your face against the wall and hope that the wall opened up. I do remember there being secrets in this part, but you can see we picked up a torch there. I don't think that's going to be useful. You can also see I've kind of made the mistake here of wandering around a bit too far, because now everything kind of looks the same and it's very easy to get lost in that part of a level. As we head to this open area here, you can see that there is a sort of opening over there. There's an iron lich inside, and there's one on the left hand side as well, just out of view. The reason I'm doing this is because if we don't get rid of these enemies like this, as soon as I step outside, the wind's going to try and... that was nasty. The wind's going to try and blow me off this platform, and it's going to make getting across here a bit of a nightmare. I will heal up. So you can't tell here, but I am being pushed by the wind. As soon as you step onto that platform, the wind gets very aggressive. I'm going to use the Wings of Wrath here to head around the back here. This is actually marked as a secret. It's a good way to kill time by heading around here. You can see that this also gives me a chance to aim at the enemies over there. I won't be getting rid of them all, I don't think, but it's a good way to weaken them so that when I'm heading over there, I can just get rid of them. I thought there was something that opened up here. When you head out of these sections normally, I thought there was like an area with enemies. Maybe I've got that wrong? Anyway, I'll head back outside and we'll head to the other side of this area. See if I can get this to work. Just going to wait for the Wings of Wrath there to run out. We can fly all the way over here. You can see I got rid of the Iron Lich, which very helpful. Makes this bit a lot easier for me. There we go. Maybe it's just on this side. Maybe I'm just misremembering. If you head inside here, you can kill those and grab the ammo. We've got the blue key, so we can theoretically head towards the end of this level. Just want to check there's nothing down here. It has been a hot minute since I played this level last, so... There we go. I could have just gone in the teleporter there. I'm convinced there's a secret area here. I remember there being like 2 sets of those secret areas. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I'll just grab the map scroll and explore that later on. You get 3 Rings of Wrath on this level as well. That's pretty crazy. I don't think there's any other level that's done that this far in Heretic. You can see that the caverns have flooded with more of these enemies. Again, not a problem as long as you keep your distance and you don't let them sort of get behind you. You can see also these little caverns have sort of opened up with items inside. It's definitely worth looking around to see if we can find... There we go, that's the one I was looking for. I can now use the map scroll to see any secrets I'm missing out on. One thing with some of these later Heretic levels, they really do love having small secrets dotted everywhere. I think there's 9 or 10 on this level, and trying to remember every one of them is quite a chore, especially when this level is kind of demanding in other aspects as well. I think I've got them all. I'm not that fussed about missing the odd secret here or there. I just mainly want to kill all the enemies. As you can see, there are 3 Iron Liches in the middle there. That is not the opening you want to see. We're going to get rid of them from here. They can fire things over here, so I'm going to use the Phoenix Rod from a distance. Excellent, we got rid of them all. I was expecting something in the exit. That's what Heretic has done to me. I'm going to do a quick scout of the level just to make sure I've got all the enemies. That's the main thing I'm shooting for here. All secrets would be lovely, but all enemies is the thing I want. And I just remembered as well that there are actually some enemies at the start of the level that we ran right past. And with good reason, because these guys are completely inconsequential to the rest of the level. But they're here to kind of hurt you at the start. I think this is overall a very fun penultimate level. It's challenging, it throws bosses at the player in interesting and fun ways. It really does step up the difficulty. This episode overall has been very much one of raising the difficulty and sort of making the player really work to progress. The Chasm definitely earns its place in this episode. It's a very fun... Oh, see, I missed a secret, but I'm not bothered because I killed all the enemies. But what that means now is that we are about to head into the final level. Yes, we've made it to the end of the 3rd episode of Heretic and what was the original ending for Heretic. So let me know what you thought of the Chasm. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.